In 2012, I was so sick that I didn't want to live anymore. I could barely take care of myself, much less pursue my dream of becoming a mom, having a fulfilling career, or living a normal 20-something lifestyle. What I didn't know at the time was that one day I would not only recover my health, but be given the opportunity to help others recover theirs as well. Like many of you, I know the toll of chronic illness, and yet I'm here today as a survivor who has overcome chronic fatigue, thyroid dysfunction, autoimmunity, mold biotoxin illness, and multiple food allergies. Today, I want to share with you my story and how I can help you to recover your health and reclaim your life. I grew up in Washington State, a fairly healthy kid. In junior high, I began struggling with fatigue and headaches. By my sophomore year of college, I was sleeping an average of 12 to 14 hours a night and still waking up exhausted. When I discovered that I was gluten intolerant in 2008 and went on a strict gluten-free diet, I felt like a new woman, and for 2 years I enjoyed remarkable health, finally experiencing normal energy, a stable mood, and a healthy weight. In 2011, when I unknowingly moved into a home that had toxic mold, my health took a turn for the worst. I began experiencing one symptom after another, including severe brain fog, debilitating fatigue, crying spells, crippling anxiety and depression, nausea, night sweats, among many other symptoms. I felt like I was dying, and I'd never been so scared or so miserable. For 1 long year, I went from one doctor to the next, hoping that this would be the doctor that would help me figure out what was wrong. After going to 14 doctors, doing extensive lab testing, and trying nearly every conventional and natural treatment, I began to grow weary that I would ever feel well again. I was desperate for answers, hope, and relief. Finally, in August of 2012, I received an autoimmune diagnosis that was affecting my thyroid, liver, and nervous system. I was accepted as a patient from one of the leading experts in autoimmune disease, but I returned home discouraged when I was told there was no cure and I could only modify the intensity and the frequency of my flare-ups. When my symptoms seemed to return worse than ever, I kept researching. My gut told me I wasn't seeing the whole picture yet, and I soon discovered that my intuition was right. In February of 2013, I was diagnosed with mold biotoxin illness. I discovered that I was 1 out of every 4 people in the population with a gene that predisposed me to mold illness, preventing my body from detoxing from mycotoxins like a healthy person should. As soon as I was put on a mold illness protocol, I began to start feeling better for the first time in 2 years. But still, I would have frequent flare-ups, crying spells, and panic attacks that seemed to hit out of nowhere and surface if I tried to wean off my medications. Some days my energy was so low that I couldn't even put clean sheets on my bed. That was when I realized I had a choice. I could either stay sick or I could become an expert in wellness and take back my health. I chose the latter, and for 2 years, I researched. Wellness became my life. I learned about the most common underlying root causes of chronic illness and the ways to overcome them. I learned the tools to navigating the challenges accompanied by chronic illness while keeping my faith, sanity, and relationships intact. After learning all that I could and committing myself to my healing, I finally recovered my health. My 2-page list of symptoms finally resolved. My energy has returned. My mood has stabilized. My mental clarity has been restored. My mind is at peace. And I've reached my ideal weight. I've been able to go back into homes and buildings that I didn't think I'd ever be able to go back into again. I've been able to eat foods that I thought I would have to avoid for the rest of my life. I can finally say, life is good. Words I never thought I'd be able to say again. As a mold illness survivor and chronic illness expert, I have made it my personal mission to share what I have learned with others who are still stuck, desperate for answers and in need of hope. My mission is to help the chronically ill recover their health and navigate life's challenges so they can feel radiant again. Because I know firsthand the maze of conflicting information, misdiagnoses, impractical treatment plans, outrageous medical bills, and poor bedside manner from doctors with little to no experience treating chronic illness, I've gone back to school to receive official training as a holistic health coach and certified gluten practitioner. I serve as a knowledgeable guide for those seeking to overcome mysterious or complex health issues. It is my goal to save individuals the time, money, energy, and heartache that I wish someone had spared me. Rather than treating symptoms, I help people discover what's making them sick. I study their case, review their labs, and help them get to the root cause of their illness, then provide the appropriate lab testing, diet, supplement, and lifestyle changes necessary to restore their health for good. I collaborate with them in creating a customized care plan with action steps specific to their goals. I ensure that my clients have all the best tools, resources, and strategies they need in order to be successful, including a daily supplement guide, training to build their knowledge, such as Simply Radiant's gluten-free guide, and tips to identify and incorporate the best foods for their body. With a background in spiritual formation, I use a holistic approach that focuses on the whole person, empowering them with the physical, emotional, and spiritual coping skills in order to support, educate, empower, and motivate them in all areas of their life. If you resonate with my story, I want you to know you are not alone. You are more than your symptoms and your diagnosis. You are more than your ability to be successful, perform, or please others. Your value is not found in your appearance, your job, your relationships, or your Facebook status. You matter. You are loved, and there is hope. Wherever you find yourself today, know that this season won't last forever. No matter how dark your life becomes, life is worth living. There is hope at the end of all this struggle, and there's a purpose for your life. I want to encourage you that whatever you do, don't give up. Sometimes we get the fulfillment of our dreams, but other times the fulfillment of our dreams is creating new dreams. Being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect or even back to normal. Sometimes being happy is accepting your new normal and creating dreams with your new reality. Life might not look the way it did before, but the person you are becoming as a result of this journey is making you someone you didn't know existed, someone who is beautiful, resilient, and courageous. What's your dream? If given the second chance at life, how would you spend it? Would you spend more time playing with and loving on your kids instead of trying to just get through the day? Perhaps you'd write that book that's been in your head. Take that trip with your spouse or friend, or finally go to that class that you haven't had the energy or motivation to take. Don't wait until you're well to pursue your dreams. Start living now. Close your eyes and picture yourself healthy again. What would it feel like to have your health and your life back? What would you do differently? If you could do a U-turn right here, right now, and immediately start working toward recovering your health and reclaiming your life, what would that do for you? And what would happen if you did nothing? I encourage you to take action and to imagine what you could do if you were well again. If you can relate to my story or know someone who would, I encourage you to check out simplyradiantcoaching.com or call me to set up a free consultation. I'm happy to offer distance coaching to individuals from all locations. I can't wait to help you feel radiant again.